Alright, what's going on everyone, and I'm going to show you the build slash character that I'm running. This is for kind of solo, pretty much. I focus on DPS and health, obviously. And I've been grinding the cheese spots. I accidentally killed the Bullet King, by the way, so I had to go to the caverns. And I was able to pretty much buy out most of the blueprints that you can get without being DC 50. So if you're looking for a solo build for DC 50, but I mean not DC 50, like DC 30, that's why I am right now at 31. This is about probably the best I can get without like random drops, which I've only gotten like 2 exotics in the Dark Zone. So anyways, I crafted the AK and the Vector because pretty much I don't really care for the Liberator because again, you need high electronics and this build doesn't have electronics, so these two are the best weapons you can probably get. And I also have a M1A as a backup kind of thing. But let's go over the AK-74 now. I got some pretty sweet rolls that I in my opinion. So we got Self-Preserved, we got Deadly, and on the third free perk we got Fierce. Now normally you can't get this. You have to have like 1800 electronics or something crazy, but I actually got it as the free perk, or the talent or whatever. So I get extra crit chance. So I was like, okay. I got the magazine, but we throw on a little bit of crit chance on here. I know you can get crit chance in the magazine, but I think what I have is more than enough. And as you can see, at 29% native, and I'm running pulse, so that's around 49%. So it's 50-50 chance to crit, which I think is more than enough. And we got 118% crit damage. You got headshot damage and stuff. But I think this is a pretty impressive roll. This would actually be even better on the Vector. But here's the Vector. So we got Self-Preserved again. So both of my guns heal me for crits. It's like around 2,000 a crit. So that's actually not bad. I got Accurate and Destructive. Now, I was trying, when I was rolling the AKs, I was wanting it accurate or stable. But whenever I tested it out, see, look at this. Now watch this. This is without accurate on it. It's pretty controllable, honestly. Like, you really don't even need it. You see the little spread. It does kick a little bit. You can't like full auto. But you can full auto for like the first like 20 bullets. And I think it's really good. And here's the Vector, and it's even more stable. I'm barely controlling the recoil. It has a little bit of horizontal stability, but just only slightly, because I do have. So I got 2 crit chances on. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I got crit chance right here, a crit damage on the muzzle, and I got horizontal stability on the underbarrel, and then the same magazine. So I got Braid of Fire, which immensely increases your DPS. I mean, if you're going for crits, I do have a crit thing or whatever, but let me see if I switch to the Vector real quick. Okay, it is. So I did 9,038, so it's 58 with pulse up, so it's almost 60%. I heard 60% was the cap, so I don't think I need to do anything else with that. So get the crit damage. So those are the 2 main weapons, and then I have the M1A, which has Prepared and it has Vicious. I have to actually pick this up as a random drop, and both these talents are really good for the M1A. So, and 33 got high damage roll too. So I went with the critical hit damage magazine and headshot and accuracy. I don't know if initial bullet stability, I'm not too positive. I think you pretty much, if you get one that's balanced, which is the best one, you can pretty much drop all of the accuracy and just go for stability. I'm not sure 100%, but I usually just pull it out. There's like a couple of the Dark Zone bosses, like the one at the library, where it's really good, and there's some where you really don't need it. So I decided to go with the AK instead. And then I had this as a backup before I crafted this. So that is the weapons. And I just have a pistol. It's not really important. So the armor. So I went health with the armor and the knee pads and everything else firearms. Because just to give you that little bit of boost in survivability since you're playing solo. For this, I would really recommend armor. And I wish I had a slot, but I don't have a slot yet. That's what I'm looking for. the armor and ammo capacity, and then whatever skill. I don't really pay much attention to it because it's really not that important. So I just really want armor on that, but I don't have that yet. So I crafted these pads. This is really important. Improved by 30% within the last health segment, and crit chance. I think it's the only thing that gives you crit chance. So I rolled that, and then I actually got an electronics model with 123. So I'll put that in there to help my skill power up a little bit. So here's the pads. The 25 bonus, I actually just rolled this, so hopefully we'll see if it actually makes a difference. And we got crit damage. I actually got armor too. The mod slot's also pretty good. You can put more skill power or whatever. And then you got pulse critical hit damage, which I use. So for the backpack, specialized in my opinion is the best. And we got some firearms. So critical hit damage. I wish I rolled ammo capacity, but I didn't. But really, you just need critical hit and specialized. And then we got some smart color stuff, which is, like I said, 2 or 3%. Who cares? And then I put stamina. I'm considering maybe putting in more skill power, but I'd like to stay above 60k. So I just put in the health for now. Now the gloves. I haven't found really anything amazing, but I do have crit chance, crit damage, marksman rifle damage. I don't actually think this is actually a big deal, to be honest. I think you can roll weapon damage percent. I'd rather have that. But for right now, this is the best I have. It's actually pretty important if you want your DPS to go up. And then just a regular old holster with skill haste and critical hit damage. It's really not important. I guess you could probably put a slot here. That would be much more effective. But right now I just have skill haste. So that's pretty much it. You really can't control these 3 purples because there's no blueprint zone until you reach Dark Zone 50. So they either have to drop or you have to sit and grind till level 50. So this is about all you can do. These 3 blueprints can be bought with Phoenix credits, which, like I said again, I farmed fumes for, I don't know, like 3 to 5 hours. And I was able to craft all this. Something like that. But anyways, that is the build. Oh yeah, I didn't need to go over the skills, don't I? So, we got pulse, a tactical scanner. As you see, it's 17.20. This was at 19 something. This was at 19. See, there's a bug or something going on. Look, it says 7,000 skill power. It's actually 11,000. So you can't trust these numbers. It's actually 19.4 or something. So it's like 20%. And then the crit damage is at it says 49%. It was like at 40. See, this is so stupid. See, look, 11,000. I'll see if it changes back. Nope. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with the resilience, or that the 13% bonus is not carrying over. Whatever. It's like 20%, like 40-something%. So you get like 50-60% crit chance, which is really nice. And then the second perk I go smart cover, because you get, it's like it's more than this. It's like 30% damage buff and like 36% damage resistance, which is crazy. And then the cooldown is like 50%. So those are the 2 ones I run. The ones I would also consider running is the flashbang, but that's only whenever I get enough DPS, and like, you know, when I can drop smart cover. But smart cover is just really nice to help you out because it gives you that mainly for the damage resistance, so you can survive longer when you first enter the dark zone. Another one's first aid. Honestly, I think this is overrated because you really need higher skill power. You're only healing for 14,000, and that is with the overdose. It's actually more because the bug or whatever. It's like 20,000, so it's barely anything to heal. Now I built this build around mech hits, and it's really, I didn't realize how good it was. But there, let's go to the talents. So you need critical save, and you need combat medic. So you heal 40% more. You get 40% damage resistance, and with the ability, the mask, you get 30% more healing. So you actually get 70%, I guess. So it will literally heal you from little sliver of health to all the way back full. And it's incredible. Now, I have on the move, obviously, because this is my opinion. More survivability. Precision, I guess, is okay, but I don't really know if it takes how it exactly works, the pulse. If it takes the one that you have on the skill bar, so if it actually pulses your, let's see, it actually pulsed the tactical scanner. Does it pulse the tactical scanner, or does it just take the base? So I have no idea. So that would hinder its effectiveness. If it takes the tactical scanner, then it would be worth it. But if it doesn't, it's pretty much not worth it. So I don't know. I just tested it out, and it didn't really seem to affect my damage. So I don't even consider running it for now. So the other one I have is tech support, which is really nice to keep up your pulse and your smart cover up. The other one I was considering is having adrenaline, because you can pretty much overheal all the time. Now I'm not really sure how the overheal exactly works, because I was running that like a long time ago and I wasn't really getting it to proc the overheal. So maybe you just have to have a whole bunch of healing, I don't know. But that would be another option to run, because the medkits are really strong. Like, I really don't see the point in like support station. Like, I mean, what is the purpose? Because you just go to any of the safe houses and the checkpoints right around the corner and just get all your medkits back. So unless you're like doing some, I guess, very highly efficient farming or whatever, and you don't stop at the safe houses, then yeah, it'd probably be really good. But for a solo, I mean, I really don't see the purpose in running either one of these, because you just got, I've never ran out of medkits in this game. I mean, it hasn't happened yet. I mean, I guess it could happen, but I'd rather take that chance, because again, the healing is not going to really help me. So that's the build for now. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm actually going to play a little bit of Dark Zone, so just so you guys can see the weapons and stuff. So we'll see you there. Alright, so we're here at the Dark Zone, DZ01, and let's go.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated.
Hopefully,
System rebooted.
Here, I usually start out at the
Warning, now entering Dark Zone.
Checkpoint. Are there bosses? Find out. Does not look like. Okay, so there is nothing. Awesome. And that one's down too. Oh, good, everything's down. It's just slow when that happens. See, that's one of the gripes I have. To be honest, I mean, the Dark Zone is not bad, but it just gets annoying when you're just running around and there's literally nothing to do. Just waiting for bosses to spawn. So that's why I've been kind of grinding Fuse, because it's way easier, number one, to grind the Bullet King, because they drop 2 purples, and you can use those purples to, you know, create mats to craft all your armor. So really, for me now, it's just really getting to DZ50, and to get a little bit of Phoenix credits to save up. But it's just going to be a long grind. I don't understand why they put every single blueprint as level 50, because that is insane. Especially if you die, you lose a lot of experience. Is it here? No, of course not. This boss like never spawns. I have no idea. I've only fought him like once. He literally never spawns for me. Okay, well, let's see. That's down. That's down. This is most likely down too. This one never spawns for me either. I've only faced him like 3-4 times. So anyways, what I was saying about the blueprints and everything, like, I don't understand why they made every single one of them level 50. Like, you would think that in the DZ, like, okay, the DZ02 safe house, you think that they would have like level 30 blueprints. And then the DZ03 or 04, they would have like 40, level 35, 40, or something like that. Like, I don't understand why they're all 50, because it gives you, like, you know, you can progress naturally instead of just grinding all the way up to level 50 and having just buying everything. Because I have like 100,000 plus credits now. I'm only level 30, 31. And I literally can't buy anything unless something like magical drops from
now entering a contaminated area.
Just kill these dudes. 31K crit. You see, I'm really not taking a whole lot of damage. Just come and recharge this. The smart cover carries over for like 5 seconds when you exit. 36K on a crit. The Vector's probably still better because SMG is so overpowered right now. And then M44. Like the best loot drop I found in this game is that M1A.
Exiting the contaminated area.
So. Oh, the library's up. It's actually one of the places where you can use the M1A very effectively because there's a bunch of heavies and you just snipe them in the back. And there's apparently a patrol over there. We're just going to ignore them. And it looks like someone is already fighting them. Let's see if we can get in here real quick. I can't actually see the boss, by the way. We're gonna take grip on that. Look at that. Well, I probably could win any below, to be honest. They are getting kind of annoying. You're really trying to set up a turret. You're about to die. We got our stuff back, so let's see if we can take it. Yeah, I'm just taking LNG shots like that. We're just taking them like it's So yeah, like the smart cover is really important. That's why I really like it, because it just gives you that extra damage when you don't have like on the mover stuff up. It gives you that extra damage resistance where you can just really tank. I also have the security thing, by the way, just in case like all else fails. So I guess I should pick up these blues. Don't really care about them, but only get like one tool. Oh, the big deck. Alright, I'll take that. I didn't know they actually showed up on the map. Alright, so this is probably the toughest one in DZO2. The only thing that sucks about it is because the boss actually sits up top and he sometimes he doesn't come down. So you have to go up the elevator or the escalator or whatever to get him. And it gives you a lot of, it doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. Just stupid patrol. Yeah, that alerted everyone. Oh, look. Why y'all... That's another thing. Like, why are you still dropping greens? I guess because maybe it's because it's easy. Drop M1A out. Oh, there's some lag. See, like a lot of them like to sit up there and just kind of just stand around. See, like right there, the Vector's range is so... You can't beat it. Doesn't have much range as the AK, but it's definitely... Best if you draw these guys out before you take the spot. Who on earth was that? Oh. I think the Vector does more damage to that destructive on. It does more damage to their armor. I kind of wish I had that 63k on a crit. Jesus. But see, my buff has pretty much stayed all the way up, and now it's almost already ready to come back. Well, I like that. Alright, put that up. I'm ready for a buff to take my max health, 40%, they should have turned down. I'm telling you, man, like the med kits are the best thing ever. They really are, especially for solo. They're so good. Highly recommend over the first aid or whatever. Alright, so let's extract this stuff. And it's like, you got 5 of them. It's not even an issue. It really isn't. I've never once ran out of medkits and then like in a situation where I wasn't able to heal. Like maybe like in the lower story modes, and you only have like a few slots. But once you get all the upgrades, you have 5 slots, which is more than enough. Oh, is this dude up? He is. Yep. That's his way. Shot on me. Good. Oh my goodness. Dude, I just tanked that sniper shot. It didn't even phase me. I love this AK. I'll take that Phoenix Crest, even though I really don't need to loot that much. Someone's shooting at me, I don't even care. Who is it? Who's a little dweeb over here? Look. I'm just gonna run out in the open. I'm a sniper herder. Alright. Alright, we can please move up. Alright, let's go. Now, if you're wondering if what my experience with like the rogue system has been, I really only run for like 1.
Chopper is inbound.
About the rogue system is that it's incredibly penalizing, obviously, to go rogue. So really, the only people you're going to find going rogue are, number one, they're either going to be really stupid and really low level, and then you'll probably just mop them up. Number two is going to be the groups. Like there's like a group of 3 or 4. And then the third one is if someone is roguing solo, they're probably going to kill you because usually they're not going to go rogue.
You've got a bird inbound on your position.
And they have good gear. And there's like a huge power creep in this game. And once everyone gets like all yellows and maxed out and has high stats, they're really just going to go around just killing people, and like the lower levels are going to have such a hard time in like 2 months.
Chopper is inbound.
Like I said, most people, most solo players are not going to go rogues. But if one does,
You've got a bird inbound on your
oh,
position.
yeah, at least they're going to have very high gear. Most of the time. Unless they're a retard.
Agent, I am inbound on your position.
Usually
Commencing
my
extraction.
advice is probably smart cover to get extra damage.
We've got the package.
That's pretty much the dark zone for you.
15 seconds.
I would probably start like venturing into the EZO 3 and 4 now that I'm like a little higher here. Other than that, really, now it's just going to be a grind to 50. But something just like magically drops. I do have the 25%
Extraction
bonus.
complete. So yeah, this is basically going to be a huge grind. Look at this dude over here. I don't know how I'm going to like that. Okay, I mean, overall the game has been kind of fun. I mean, I put like 40-something hours. A lot of that's been grinding for gear. Or grinding Phoenix credits, rather. Don't know if you can really constitute that as gameplay. But it's been pretty fun. I think this build's like, you know, pretty effective. Look at what we have here. I use my pulse. Magically hitting me. See, I'm barely taking any damage. We're on the fire from the dude. Where's the boss at? Down. Took one for the team. How are they hitting me? I don't even need a mech kit right now. Look at that. Just like no damage whatsoever. They didn't even hardly touch me. Now that I'm looking at it, I've been trying to notice the ridiculous stuff or whatever. And well, it gave me a little bit right there. Gave me my whole bar. Half a bar. So once we bad. They try to come back here and it's just too late. And that's empty. Also the chest. Also you have to be rank 30 to get the chest too. Now people have been saying that there's only like blues in it. But the ones I've opened have given me purples, so I don't know. I guess I might as well extract this stuff, please. I think this video's gone long enough. I think y'all get the idea.
kind of how this build works, because it's pretty effective. You know, you need to really focus on a little bit of survivability, because your DPS is kind of skewed a little bit, like your magazine size and stuff like that, like contribute to like half your DPS. So you seen the damage numbers I was doing. I was doing like 40 to 60k crits. But critical hits and
You've got a bird inbound on your position.
I want the gloves to give you 13% crit chance whenever you shoot an enemy out in the open. That'd be so helpful. Good luck rolling it though. That's all I gotta say.
Confirmed. Cargo secured.
I did get a pair of gloves that are high end, but they didn't have that on me.
15 seconds.
Or did I? No, I believe I did get a high end, but I deconstructed it because it didn't have anything good on it. Gloves are going to be the absolute hardest to pull in this game. They really are.
Package is secure. Extraction complete.
Nothing really that great. So yeah, that's the Dark Zone. My advice to you would be if you're like you're just now hit 30, like level 30, not Dark Zone level 30. Would to be
Attention. Leaving Dark Zone.
just get like an SMG that's purple and an M1A or something. I don't know if the ARs are going to be that good. It depends on what rolls. I had an ACR that had balanced and accurate on it, and it wasn't too bad. It did the job. It killed him fairly quickly. The elites took a little bit more damage, but it just really depends on what you roll. The M1A and the SMGs are a lot more consistent when it comes to damage. I've not really used the LMGs that much, so I can't comment on them. The shotguns I've only used like a couple of times. They weren't too bad. I'd be interested to like get a high end so I can actually like really test it out, but I'd say it's probably really nice in PvP. Who knows? Like, it's hardly PvP in this game. It's just a bunch of trolls. We just had to kind of live with it. You hardly ever see rogues for now. It'll probably change 2 months down the road whenever everyone's like level 60 and 70, and they have all the blueprints, and then they can just mop everyone up that doesn't have all that stuff. So anyways, that's the build. Let me know if you have any comments on like what can be improved, because I'm always looking for, you know, kind of improvements. I want to get my skill power like at least 15k. I don't know if that's going to be possible because, like I said, I'm going to need mods and mod slots. And also attachments. So you see I still have purple attachments. But there's only like a couple you can craft. You can craft a muzzle brake, and you can craft a hand stop for the AK. Or assault rifles or whatever. But I also have like a bunch of this stuff I don't need. I'm just kind of keeping them around just in case that maybe one of the attachments that I have on isn't the best for this weapon. So I'm just kind of keeping my options open. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I'm going to get out of here. Peace.